I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to.
I always wait so late on in the day to start vlogging that the light starts disappearing. It's actually 4 p.m. I'm actually terrible at this. Why am I a vlogger in the winter? It's just not okay. So in last week's vlog I mentioned that Inperspective Magazine was really starting up and getting going. We've had some meetings since, and I am now designing for this illustration, which is very cool. It's all about social media and being under the influence, and how influencers use their influence in sometimes not the best way. Some of the things I've researched have been really freaking cool. For example, there's this documentary on Netflix called Fire about the festival that never happened. I don't know if you saw that happening over 2017, I think it was. This festival that had so many social media people, models, artists attending it, and it was meant to be out of this world, like super exclusive and expensive for millennials who had money. And it just shows the influence that social media and models can have on, or anyone with influential, stuff can have on people. They just see it and buy it and they don't really question it. And it did look so legitimate, but it just fell through. It's a really good documentary if you're interested in that sort of thing. It's on Netflix. Go watch it if you want. And that's in part done by Vice, which is a magazine that I'm using as a reference for the article that I'm designing for the Inperspective Magazine. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this project so far. The colour schemes are something I'm not used to working with, and also working with an illustration that I've not done and trying to design a piece around that. It's real fun, so I'm having fun with it. Another thing I discovered while trying to find research, and I just stumbled upon it, was Daft Punk. I used to listen to a lot of Daft Punk when I was 18. Maybe don't look like it, but 18 and Daft Punk were my jam, so I started listening to them again, and they really spurred on some ideas for me. Just listening to the lyrics and that repetitive pattern in some of their songs, especially with the lyrics, it's kind of inspired a design that I'm kind of working on with this illustration. So just seeing where it goes, hopefully it turns out cool. I'm liking how it's turning out so far. But that's kind of today's objective, along with some other designs. But I want to kind of get a good stab at the Inperspective article, because on Saturday I'm having another meeting about it, so I want to have something to present to the guys by the end of today, hopefully. I'm terrible with making myself get things done, but today I really, really need to make sure I get stuff done.
I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream
I am really sleepy, to the point where I'm really tempted to just curl up in my bed and take a nap, but that is not a good idea because only turning 8 o'clock now, and I don't want to go to bed at 8 in the evening, because 9 in the afternoon, so I don't want to go to bed that early, so I'm just gonna go to Starbucks. I'm really not in a motivated mood to work. I've done some good development towards the editorial for the magazine, but not as much as I was expecting. I was expecting to have done way more today, a good 3 mocked up layouts. I've only had 1 mocked up, one that I've liked anyway. So not on track at all for what I thought it would be. So I think I'll just take my iPad to Starbucks and just do some sketching. I really need to, keep working with the iPad, keep sketching with it. It's so hard to learn a new tool almost. Digital drawing has been so popular lately. I think everyone I follow on Instagram now owns an iPad and an Apple Pencil, and they're all saying it's a game changer and that it's just so amazing. And I'm sat here struggling so much to figure out how on earth are they achieving the results that they are. Like, there's people in my class who didn't really start out as strong illustrators that are so good. And I would hands down say it's because they now are doing it digital, and digital just makes everyone's work look a million times better. Whereas with mine, I feel like it's a step back because I'm so new to digital drawing and it's just so hard for me. It's just, I feel like I always make excuses for myself. I just don't know how. I can't get my head around digital drawing. I want to be good at it, and I do see an improvement in like my more recent stuff compared to like when I started. But I still don't understand how so many people are so good so quickly with iPads and digital artwork in general. Like, I just want some reassurance that you start off shit and you get better, but everyone seems to be starting out decent, and I'm like, fuck. Why? No, it's not fair. My swimming coach when I was younger always said, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And I think that might have emotionally traumatized me to this day because I always feel like I need to be perfect, but I'm not. So, fuck you, Ewan. You fucked me over. I'm kidding. But, yeah. Just need to keep practicing. That's all you gotta do. Just fucking keep practicing and you'll get there. That was -3 when I started my journey. Fuck that. So it's actually been a few days since I vlogged. I'm just continuing it in this vlog. Sorry for the darkness. It's winter. It's 5 o'clock. It's actually 5:30. I have a meeting to go to in about an hour and a half for the Inperspective Magazine. Sorry, I'm moving the audio. I need to print out my development, I guess, because I want to include my Purgatory article. However, there's a slight issue with the sizing. Now, the Inperspective Magazine is A5, so I've had to go from A4 to A5, and they've given me 4 pages, so that's 2 double-page spreads. So it's been stressful, and I don't think it's going to fit, but I'm going to print it off anyway, just to bring to the meeting and be like, this isn't going to work. Or it might work, I don't know. I'm just a bit worried because I'm a little bit disheartened. Because I love this interview so much that I don't want to cut stuff out. Especially like 3/4 of it. I might just put up a digital edition as well so that, you know, people who want to read the full thing can click on a link and see the rest of it, because it is a good interview and it's with my friend's band and it's very interesting, like so interesting. It's about mental health as well, so it's not just about music, it's really deep. So trying to whittle that down to 4 A5 pages, I've struggled. So I'm going to print it out. I don't think it's going to be readable, but we'll see.
That I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream that I can speak to. I found a dream.
So I printed out my A5 test prints, and they're actually readable, which is actually quite good. I don't want to show you guys too much because obviously this is like for the magazine, and you know, you want some surprise, like you don't want to give it all away. Go me for recycling paper though, woo, because my printer's shit. But you've seen the Purgatory stuff already. This is just me testing out at a lower scale to see if it's still readable. I mean, it's not readable right now because it's printed the wrong colour, but if it was printed in black and white, yeah. It's mildly readable. It's plausible that we could print at this scale. I might have to change the font, I might have to play about with it a bit more. I'll see. I'll show it to the guys at the meeting and see what they say. I think I'm going to attempt to film a little bit of the meeting just so you guys can see a little bit of the behind the scenes of Inperspective. But in case I don't, I just want to say a little bit about Inperspective. This magazine is a startup. It is brought together by a bunch of creatives, mostly in my course, but across other courses in mainly Grey's, creative courses, because Grey's is an art school, showcasing photography, fashion, illustration, graphic design, editorial, journalism. There's loads and loads and loads of things happening in it. The purpose of this magazine is to let creatives have an outlet that hasn't really got any boundaries. Like, it's just an open platform for anyone to use, so it's really nice in that sense. There is, of course, like, an overall arching theme that it's, to promote creativity and talent and be somewhere you can share your work. We've had a fair bit of interest for the first edition, which is really nice, for submissions. So we have got enough content to produce our first article, which is what we're working on. We have a GoFundMe to help raise monies to print our first edition, because obviously it's hard to start something without having anything physical to begin with. So we are printing the first issue in the next month. I'm not sure what the dates are. It probably depends on how quickly we get the funds raised, but there is a GoFundMe. We are quite close to our target, I think. I can't remember the last time it was when we checked, but our target's £200. I think we were on like 130 last time I checked. Could be wrong. But anything you have, anything you can donate, even if you can't donate, even if you just share it and tell your friends about it, get the hype up about Inperspective, because I feel like this magazine is going to go places, especially because there's not really like one like that in Aberdeen. It'd just be nice to have somewhere for creative people to showcase their work and have a physical printed version of their photography or their articles and designs. Like, that's my main drive for it, is I want to have my work in physical format. Like, that is one of the things I love about my career choice, almost, is the fact that where I'm going with it exists, it's there, it's present, and I just love that. So that's why I'm really keen to be on board with this magazine. So there will be a link to the GoFundMe in the description. If you can share it or donate anything, we'd be very, very grateful. You could also follow Inperspective on Instagram and Facebook. That is where most of our social media presence is. There will be a lot more coming up in the next few weeks, I think, as well, with the fact we're all developing our articles now, so that's cool. Yeah, and in case I don't get any footage of the meeting, I'm just going to end the vlog here. Thank you guys for watching a couple of days worth of my creative process. I know I keep saying I'm going to do stuff with the Purgatory logo. I still haven't done it. I will do it. I think that will be the next vlog. It's just because the magazine stuff became more important at the time because of the meeting today. So I will probably dedicate next week's vlog to getting ready for placement. So that'll be fun because it's my last week before placement. So, it's nerve-wracking. I'm going to have to get everything, like all my loose ends, tied up. Not prepared. Also, did anyone notice I dyed the bottom of my hair pink? Nobody. Mark noticed. He's the only person to so far comment on it. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.